Okay, now that we've taken care of Axel for now, we reach the Emperor and Sherry. The Emperor is actually named Devilgus Devatendos, which is pretty... Well, I mean, if your name is Devil, has Devil in the name, you're bound to be evil. And he escapes and runs off into space. But how do we get into space? Well, luckily Sherry has some convenient plot convenience magic to give Sparkster so he can rocket up into space. And no, I'm not kidding. You do go into space. Which is stage 6. And since we took off in the air, you can imagine what type of level this will be. Yep. We're flying through space without the need of oxygen. in true old school video game fashion. And this looks kind of familiar too. Graze again, Konami? Oh, you're so subtle. So this is pretty simple at first. You just gotta shoot guys and... Also, in the last part I mispronounced the captain's name of the airship. His name is actually Fleagle, not Peagle. I don't know why I said Peagle. I can't memorize stuff first. I can't memorize names worth for crap. And you got a whole bunch of asteroids and these little asteroids that shoot missiles. I guess they're manned by little space people or something. I have no idea, really. But whatever. And this is a little roulette thing, and if you hit an enemy, you just fight enemies. But if you hit an asteroid, you get apples. I got enemies there, and this is a mini boss. It's a robot thing with a little shield, and you think you could just sort of just go under it and hit it with your sword, but you can't. You have to wait till the shield's down, and he shoots shit. Yeah, pretty rudimentary, and he... I like how when stuff blows up, the whole screen just explodes. It's kind of funny like that. And yeah, there we go. I got some apples. Got some health back. So according to the game's plot of the manual, and oh, there's Axel again, shooting his giant fucking laser beams. Well, I'm cursing a lot in this. Anyway, according to the manual, the pig star is awakened by needing a key from the Devatendos Empire. But the thing is, they go to it anyway. But and I guess they intend to use it anyway. I guess, and Sherry was part of the key and something like that. I guess they got the key regardless. I'm not exactly sure. See, Rocket Knight Adventures is one of those games where you don't really need a story to figure out what's going on. You can sort of just understand it from the gist of things, from what's going on in the game. But if you have the manual, you get a better idea of the backstory and what's actually going on. And after we defeat Axel, we get the boss, which is this spaceship manned by, I guess, all the little space people in the asteroids. It's like this giant airship, but it's actually not that, or not an airship. Well, there's propellers, actually. Why would you need propellers in space? But whatever, it's a giant air spaceship, whatever. And you can destroy these guns, but... And I get hit, but trust me, if you get hit by the ship itself, it does a ton of damage. So it's better to get hit by the guns and the gunfire than the actual ship itself. So as I was saying, I just want to clarify, I just have the cartridge of this game. I don't have the manual, but I have a PDF of the manual. So that's why I may say I have the manual, but I technically don't have it. Yeah, whatever. So this boss is really cool. It has multiple phases and there's multiple things you can destroy on it. Like this there, I defeated its launch bay, I guess, for all the little ships. And if you can't tell by the little fuck me light, you just destroy that. And I try and get the last gun here. You don't have to get all the guns, but I like to get them all anyway, just for completist sakes. Just destroy as much as I can. And you just slash that with the sword, and that takes care of, like, most of that giant battleship. And this form, he has a second form, and this used to give me a ton of problems. First, he just shoots a bunch of things at you. just those are pretty easy to dodge. And this thing you gotta watch out for. You just gotta, because it'll like go around and then back towards you. So and then he throws a little ball, then he does this. This you have to time correctly. If you don't, he'll run into you and do a ton of damage. So that's the only reason why this boss is really hard. It's just when he does that, when he spazzes out and jumps all over the place. And then you just do a little circle to avoid the one projectile. And come on! Ugh. For some reason I had trouble hitting the ball during this, but whatever. Oh. This boss is... Well, I love the first form, just find the giant spaceship and all the different faces it has. This... it's pretty tedious. You just have to dodge a bunch of stuff, and then you can only hit it once. Luckily, it only takes like 4 hits, but it still drags on just a little too long, I think. But whatever. It's still... I used to hate this boss because it... Oh, I got hit by the rebounding shot there. Come on. Hit it! There we go. Like I said, this boss used to give me a lot of trouble, but luckily I didn't have trouble this time with this boss. Usually he does give me trouble, mostly with the second form. Okay, and oh wow, we have 13 lives. That's ridiculous. But I hate to say this, but we are going to need them, because this final area can be a little bit of a doozy. So we reached the egg star, I mean pig star. Okay, this is the last stage of the game. Stage 7. Yeah, there's only about 7 stages. This is actually a fairly short game, but it's still very well done. Alright. There's Double Gus. And, oh crap! Crap, no. No, no, this is not what you want to do. But, oh no. Ow! Rape! Ugh. Come on. Dodging his projectiles is very tricky. But, if you get into a pattern that I'm trying to attempt to remember here, he's actually a fairly easy... it's when he jumps and gets me there. As soon as he hits me, he throws me off, and I have a hard time trying to... No. If you just rocket into his sword blasts or whatever they are, you'll just spin into them, and that throws you completely off. There we go. This is what you do. You jump and boost into him, and then move, and then jump and boost him again. You just gotta keep doing this pattern, or you can just get hit like I did and die. Whatever. Whatever. That's the pattern. I just need to do that. I already lost a couple lives, but it's to be expected with these final bosses. They can be ruthless. And he just jumps back and forth, and oh, we got him. And he explodes into a robot. He was a robot the whole time. Okay, whatever. Oh, and if you get hit by the parts on the floor, they actually do damage. And whoa! And watch out for his feet there. And yeah, if you hit him at an angle, you'll do a spin attack on him too, and that does a lot of damage. And don't boost past the bananas like I did. And I'm just ducking to the beat there. Yeah, don't boost past the bananas like I did one time. Make sure you grab the health before you move on. And there's more of these king or emperor robots, whatever. I usually just run past them. It's not really worth fighting them. Find them all. And what's this? Uh-oh. Dramatic darkness. Oh, here we go. It's on. With Axel. Wait, no, that sounded wrong. Ew. Okay, this is actually a pretty cool fight. Axel has very similar abilities to Sparkster. He can shoot energy, he can do the spin attack, and he jumps all around. And, wow, I attempted to corner rape him there, but that didn't work, and, yeah, this fight with Axel, it takes me a little while, I won't lie. Luckily you can deflect his projectiles with your own projectiles, and if you just you throw enough projectiles at him, you'll just hit him. You can't hit him while he's spinning, obviously, and you can boost into him, but it's a little tricky to try and actually do it. And even if you boost into him while he's corkscrewing, you can't damage him either. And I try to, and you can like, and well, actually, yeah, you can do it if you do it just right, but. And I'm actually doing not bad here, but eventually he kind of gets me. He's a dick. You know, I might as well explain a little bit of the backstory, or I can actually get him there, but I have low health, so this probably won't work out. And you can actually keep hitting him there, but I don't think it really does much in terms of. So he blew a hole in the ship. Or the pig star. Yes, it's called the pig star. And you got this is tricky because you gotta dodge missiles, and you gotta what? Sparks just dead. Yeah, that part's tricky because you have to jump between those ropes, I guess, and you're always being pulled. You'll actually be pulled back a rope, I guess you could say. So I might as well just use this time to explain, because it does take me a while to beat him. To explain a little bit of the backstory between Sparkster and Axel, because in the manual they both had a mentor, because they were actually both Rocket Knights at one point. Their master was a Rocket Knight master named Mufudi Sanjulo. It's a sort of a Japanesey game. Japanesey game. Yeah, well, yeah, it was made in Japan. I mean, Japanese name. God, I can't talk. Oh yeah, and this is what you want to do. Just stay in the bomb and just throw projectiles at him. It's the safest way. But of course, you gotta watch out when he does weird corkscrew jumps like that. And so I guess Axel betrayed the Rocket Knights, and Axel was banished from the kingdom by Sparkster. But Axel came back, obviously, to work with the Vatandos Empire, and the missiles are that didn't last long. So the missiles are you can destroy the missiles with your sword, but because you're hanging on that ledge, and I like how Axel just sort of stands there. It's like, what? Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm here. What are you gonna do about it? And you can just go up to him and sword swipe him a few times before he actually starts jumping around and attacks. It's kind of funny. It's like, hey, you get a few free hits. So yeah, and apparently the Rocket Knights were protecting a seal, which was apparently, you know, they have to guard a key, or the kingdom has to guard a key to the Pig Star, which apparently the Vatandos Empire invaded before. Yeah, like I said, there's actually a surprising amount of backstory to this game, even though you wouldn't really know that unless you read the manual, because it's the presentation is pretty simplistic. There's no text, there's no anything. It's just sort of you just go and do things. I guess that's part of the charm, though. You have to. He circles around and shoots missiles and come on. There we go. If I can hit him diagonally and spin attack him there, that usually does the trick. And oh, I got him, and wow, what he just shit out a bunch of, what were those missiles? Yeah, okay, yeah, he did when you he's in the second phase now. The first phase he got rid of the missiles, but now he does these weird attacks on you. He tries to run into you. Seems kind of unfair how you can just fly around in this area while we're kind of just clinging on for our dear lives. No. I am not dying to you again. But yeah. This is like, what, the third time we have to fight him in this game? It's he's quite the antagonist in this. He's a really good antagonist in this series. Every Rocket Knight game you have to fight him, and it's always quite something. And he's dead, in case the dramatic black and white didn't tell you. And there's the warp, and oh, we missed. Oh well. Okay, there we go. All right.